While I'm at home barbecuing some chicken, I just wanted to take a minute before this video starts. I want to say a huge shout out to Jeff Dixon and his wife. I'm sure he's got a few other helpers, but he's the guy that throws on the Mustangs at Daytona show. And it blows my mind how he does so much, him and his wife. And he sets all this up, and he sets it all up in Daytona. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. So he travels down here. He talks with people face to face. He does all this out of his pocket. And I have to say thank you to Jeff Dixon, his wife, anybody else he has helping him for this Mustangs at Daytona event. It gets better and better every year. And I'm so stoked for this year. So without further ado, let's get some things done to this car so we can get to this show. Guys, it is Mustang at Daytona 2022. It is the crunch time. I am in the under construction class. I'm so excited. I am registered. I'm ready to go. I will be there. It's a full week-long event, but the car show is Friday and Saturday, and that's what I'll be there for, the 15th and the 16th. But there's a great itinerary for Mustangs at Daytona. I'll leave a link in the description. You can check everything out. Well, while we're having a nice little spout of bad weather, I decided to get out here and start doing more prep work on the Mustang to get it ready. Mustangs at Daytona is coming up. It's two and a half weeks, something like that. So one of the things I did is my catch can was over here. One of the lines went over the intake. I didn't like it. I moved it to here. So now the hose is running uniform there. I think it looks better there. I honestly don't know why I didn't start out with that, but yeah, that's where it's at now. Went around and touched up some things, cleaned up some things. I need a lot more done as far as cleaning up, but that's where we're at the moment. I do have an issue that I just don't know what I don't know if it's the bad pigtail or what, but that coolant sensor is the one that says for the gauge. My gauge is reading at 0. I've been through 3 different temperature sensors. My gauge will not go above 0 in the car. So I don't know if the pigtail, like the wires are broken there or what, but I'm fixing to try to get to the bottom of that. But that one's factory. That one's been replaced. This one works just fine. This one does not. So that's what I'm going to be working on soon. The exhaust hangers in the back is like a hodgepodge kind of setup. I didn't know the route I was going, so I'm gonna they have some clamp on exhaust hangers that come up and it clamps to the exhaust, but it has an actual hanger, and the hanger is threaded so you can raise and lower it. I'll get them. Other than that, everything's going just as it should, other than need to be cleaned up really good. Got to get some of this flex seal off the back glass, and yeah, get ready to stomp Darius's butt pretty good. He's gonna be disappointed he's driving all this way to lose to a 2 valve, but I do have nitrous. So yeah, about that little thing, he is 4 valve swap, and it's not just a regular Mark 8 swap. It is a 4 valve from a Mach 1, a legit everything Mach 1 setup. So that's why his car is referred to as a 98 Mach 1 or 96 Mach 1, whatever year his car is. It started out as a V6, and everything is now Mach 1, brakes everything. So where I think I have the advantage is I have a bunch of weight loss done. He does not. I have nitrous, which puts me over 400 foot-pounds of torque. His motor's probably around 280 torque, maybe 300. But still, I should have about 100 foot-pounds more torque than him, and pretty close on horsepower on the 125 shot. That's what I'm hoping, is to walk out of that man's life.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so this kind of snowballed into a series of different things, but I am registered at Mustangs at Daytona for the under construction class. So I'm trying to get things touched up and, you know, pretty much presentable, I guess you could say. One of the things I haven't done, and probably, I don't know, 3 years, sadly, is my air filter. It sits over in my fender. I never think about it. This thing is disgusting. I mean, you can see there's stuff up in there. It's pretty bent, and yeah, overall it's just terrible quality as far as filtration. So I got to get it cleaned up, but I do have another one on the way. This will just be backup, and I'll show y'all what's on the way in just a few minutes. Well, Amazon just left. The filter I got was an AEM dry flow, but it's supposed to be a 3.5 inch. It is a 3 inch. Don't know what happened there, but filter's no use to me after all this waiting. But what did come that I can use is these are the exhaust hanger kits. I'll show you more of them in a minute, because that's the next thing we'll tackle when I get done doing this stuff. For now, I just cleaned out the Pro Charger filter. No, I do not have a Pro Charger. I have nitrous, but apparently the car used to be Pro Charged. But got it cleaned out for the most part. Looks really good in here. Way better than it did, so I'll let it dry. And if I don't get it in time, I'll throw that back on there. Man, oh man, today's just one of them days where every little thing is just, if it can be aggravating, it's going to be aggravating. Paint not laying right, weather not cooperating, getting the wrong parts. But luckily, I still have about a week and a half before I have to have this ready. And all this stuff, even though it's overwhelming mentally, it's nothing that necessarily has to be done, and it's all small stuff. So nothing really to sweat. It's just one of them things that's aggravating. My oil cap was pitted and pale. I painted it clear coat, and it's glossed up, and then it went right back to pale, so I sanded it down. So I completely sanded it, and I hit it with some gloss, and it's got this weird reaction going on, so I'm gonna have to resand that. I don't know why it did that, but oh well. And then I have right here, this is just the intake part. It goes right here, and it had some rust on it, so I figured I'd touch it up. So far, nothing bad with that, but all minor stuff. So I'm going to get the back of this car lifted and try to get these exhaust hangers on, and hopefully that goes smooth. So for a while now, I've had my exhaust dumped underneath my car right here with the eBay resonators, and I've had this crappy contraption here for an exhaust hanger, such as that right there. Now it's worked, but it's not, you know, ideal. So what I have is one of these that has an actual hanger. Now that bolts onto the exhaust. There's the hanger. Now all I have to do is come back and cut the ends off. Paint it black. It'll blend in a lot better than rusting bent metal hodgepodge that was there before. This also allows me to tighten this bolt up right where I'm at, right here, and that pulls the rod up, and I can pull my exhaust up if I need to. So there it is, installed with the ends cut off. And like I said, I can paint it black to blend in, or leave it alone. I'll probably paint it black because I don't like things to stick out too bad, but it's about the best I could get the bolts cut off with a Sawzall. That's all I have. So I'm going to hit the other side, get it cut off, and the exhaust hanger situation will be taken care of. And then I just hit them with some gloss black, and it kind of just blends in now under here, you know, amongst the spider webs. Does that show you how long it's been since this car's moved? But one more thing off the bucket list. The next is to check the rear diff fluid and go from there. Man, I am exhausted for the heat. Even with it being overcast, we're still in the 90s. So yes, I know it's not Arizona or Texas heat. I don't care. I'm fat. It's hot. Got quite a bit done though. Got the exhaust hangers done. Got the rear diff fluid changed. Got new additive put in it. Little odd and end things touched up. Got my intake piece right there. I'm gonna get it painted black still. Got that piece over there that needs another coat of black for the intake. All in all, looking pretty good. It's just taking little baby steps here and there. It'll get done slowly but surely. The pieces that I'm painting, and relocated the catch can, and oil change. Need to do an oil change. So that'll be coming up, and then the rest will be cleaning, vacuuming, getting some of the spots touched up, things like that. But it's coming down to the wire. This is the prep. Like I said, I am in the under construction class at the event of Mustangs at Daytona. Guys, you don't want to miss this show. Trust me, it gets better and better every year. I'm so excited for it. So stay tuned. Next video, maybe we'll finish this up. I know it's not too exciting, but some people like to watch this kind of stuff, and it's kind of hard sometimes for creators to put out steady, good content. So, but there are going to be some prizes at Mustangs at Daytona, and Darius is bringing that 4-valve, the mighty 4-valve, and yeah, I think he's gonna get disappointed by a little 2-valve on nitrous. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave down in the comments, is Darius gonna get gapped, or is Darius gonna do the walking? Never know. He might walk me in a 4-valve out of a Mach 1. That would be something. Thank y'all for watching. This is Horseplay. Peace.
Turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars, I won't turn around. I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars, I won't turn around.